Chapter 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Is with me now. Extraordinary how quickly they have turned this all around, but your assessment of how successful it could be?
Well, we've got to be careful not to overpromise just because we're desperate for this vaccine to work. But the team in Oxford have a really strong record going back 30 years, and they have developed a successful prototype vaccine against another type of coronavirus, MERS, which has done well in clinical trials. They've also developed vaccines against plague, malaria. Now, if they don't get early, quick results in the UK, they're considering a trial in Kenya where the epidemic of coronavirus may well be on the rise. Now, this vaccine is known to produce a strong antibody response, but that doesn't necessarily equate to protection. And we're going to need many vaccines. There are dozens in development. So then we'll need billions of doses and expect a huge debate over which countries and which groups of people get the vaccine first.
Fergus Walsh, thank you.
Well, if you've seen social media posts linking Bill Gates to COVID-19, you're not alone. In fact, there's a viral rumor that's going around the internet tonight claiming that he actually created the virus to trick people into getting microchipped. Well, tonight our verifying team is searching the facts from fiction.
Bill Gates has been the subject of conspiracy theories about COVID-19 for months. The main one, that he's using this as an opportunity to microchip people or implant a small scannable chip in their bodies. The claim went viral again Tuesday after posts of a Microsoft patent that many claim is for microchips. Okay, let's break this down. These claims all started with a Q&A session on Reddit. Gates was talking about the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and how they're tackling COVID-19. Now, one of his answers was about people safely returning to work. He wrote that a system of, quote, digital certificates could be used to show if you've already been tested or eventually vaccinated. And that answer went viral. Articles claimed he admitted to wanting to microchip people here, which led to viral videos with millions of views. And last week, former Trump advisor Roger Stone even repeated the theory in an interview. But here's the thing. Gates never actually mentioned microchips or any sort of body-related technology. He said, quote, digital certificates. And that could be anything. A code or image on your phone could be a digital certificate. So these articles and videos made the microchip connection themselves, and they kept repeating the claim without any evidence. So first question, did Bill Gates ever mention wanting to microchip people for COVID-19? No, that idea is completely false. But Jason, what about that patent? That's proof that Microsoft is looking into this, right? Wrong. There is a Microsoft patent for something completely different. Its headline talks about, quote, body activity data, and these claims say that's from microchips. But the patent doesn't talk about implants or microchips at all. It's actually talking about wearable devices like smartwatches or fitness trackers. We can verify the Microsoft patent is real, but the claim it's from microchip technology is false. Bottom line here, Gates is falsely being linked to microchipping. So if you see these posts, don't share them. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Well, Elon Musk's next project isn't a car or a spaceship or a solar panel. The executive's latest startup is called Neuralink, which focuses on the goal of implanting chips into human brains and also connecting brains to computers. Here's what Elon Musk said at a conference in California about the technology last night.
This, I think, has a very good purpose, which is to cure important diseases and ultimately to help secure humanity's future as a civilization relative to AI. This, I think, has tremendous potential, and we hope to have this aspirationally in a human patient before the end of next year. So this is not far.
Not far, he says. The implantation of the neuron, the implantation of the neuron-sized threads requires the use of a special robot, but Musk said it's a minimally invasive surgery. So Thornton, I'm sure that means you'll be getting one soon.
I'm gonna get a few for the kids with my 23andMe kit.
Naturally,
surprise.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the disease thing sounds great. That seems very awesome for humanity. But I am definitely thinking that, for me, if I'm Elon, chips and brains drive the car, car's automated. Your Tesla is going to appreciate. Problem solved. All you have to do is get people to put chips in their brains, and Teslas will appreciate and value like he promised.
I mean, there's a lot of use cases.
I love that analysis.
There's a lot of use cases.
This is how you got to think. I think Elon. That's how you got to get.
Yeah. I mean, I wish he would get those self-driving cars going. I mean, that would be an achievement in itself. But yes, if he's dealing with people who have neurological diseases, spinal cord injuries, and they can be connected through this device, and it can help them, then great. But if Elon Musk is coming from my brain, forget it. I definitely am not interested.
I mean, there are a lot of people working on that too, right? Specifically when we're talking about trying to figure out how the brain can send messages to a computer or to a machine, in terms of people like you mentioned, Sabeel, who have mobility problems. But you figure out how to work things that way. There's a lot of companies working on it. Part of the reason why he actually held this event was to get the name out there and also help hire people. Because right now he's only got I don't even know if it's 100 people working there, but it's smaller, much smaller than any of the other companies he has out there. But trying to get people to jump on board and come say, no, this is the company that's going to be getting things done.
Yeah, I mean, for those who have medical challenges, it makes sense to definitely try to ease their lives and help them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to people who don't have mental challenges, but at the same time are already having issues with just like their smartphones and not being able to sleep, I can't imagine having a computer directly plugged into your brain will help.
I mean, call me old-fashioned, but when you own 5 other companies, saying this is the company, it seems odd. I mean, brain drain is going to happen in Elon Musk's own little universe.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, that's the thing about Elon that always sort of gets me sad in the end, is that these are great ideas, but he hasn't finished anything. I mean, Tesla.
SpaceX is still launching things in space.
I mean,
Great
SpaceX
promoter.
has hit space, and Tesla cars are on the road, but Tesla's not a finished product as a company.
Sure.
I mean, it's barely. I mean, let's be honest, it's not ready to live on forever. SpaceX. I mean, I haven't seen a tunnel. I mean,
We've seen demos of like mini tunnels.
I've seen a flamethrower.
This guy's some slack, man. He's got 5 companies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's get
And he's
one,
trying to go to space.
I want a chip to heal my brain, but I want someone to be able to finish it.
Yeah, it's true. You don't want a half-done
chip.
You don't want that.
My brain's half done enough.
This chip doesn't seem right.